The opinions expressed on the Kanika Sports Show are those of Ken and Nika and should not be taken personally by any players, managers, coaches, teams, umpires, or journalists who fall victim to their critiques and or criticisms. They promise they didn't mean to hurt your feelings and suggest you stop being so soft and just do your jobs better. Thank you for your cooperation.
All right, well, we have a home run derby to go along with our All-Star festivities coming up Monday, July 14th, and that will be on ESPN at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific time over here in the desert. I love that early sports time, Nika. It never gets old.
But Home Run Derby is always on ESPN, isn't it?
It has been for many, many years, all the way back to my childhood. Chris Berman on the microphone. Back, gone. Yep, we remember it well. And, I don't think he does it anymore. I think Carl Ravitch does it. But who knows? Maybe Boomer will make an appearance there in the booth. We'll see.
All right.
As is tradition, right? It is ESPN's last year doing the Home Run Derby, although rumors are circulating that ESPN is having a little bit of seller's remorse and has re-engaged Major League Baseball in conversations about continuing to carry the product.
Okay.
We'll see. They got to have no blackouts, and they got to put them on MLB.TV in order for me to be on board. I don't want 8 million subscriptions to watch one damn sport.
Yeah. Stay away from Disney.
But it is the Home Run Derby on Monday night, and we will do it, as is tradition, at least one more time on ESPN.
Nice.
And the field is full. And I was, I was a little sad to see the field get filled up because, there's no Padres and there's no Cubs. And I was kind of hoping, I know it's not maybe deserved, that Fernando might do the Home Run Derby this year because, I think he'd be good at it. According to sources, Fernando puts on a huge display during batting practice most of the time.
Well, he's a peacock.
He is, and he would be perfect to have out there for this kind of event, right?
Sure.
Nevertheless, he did not necessarily tally enough home runs to, I feel like, be looked at as a legitimate participant this year. So I'm okay with that.
But you don't see the mega stars in the Home Run Derby either.
Not a ton of them. I mean, I would argue Acuna is a megastar because
in the home run this season.
Sure, you get a couple.
Okay.
You get Acuna and you get Cal Raleigh.
That's true.
And Cal Raleigh just kind of literally alone based on just this season. But the other disappointment was Pete Crow Armstrong. I know he came out and said, I'm not ready or I'm not big enough to do the Home Run Derby or something. I'm paraphrasing. But I disagree. And his 25 home runs now before the All-Star break and counting, we got 3 more games to play, Pete. That shows he's a legitimate home run hitter. And I just wish he would embrace these. You don't know if you're going to be an All-Star again, Pete. I mean, we like to think that you will be looking ahead at the future and how young you are. We Cub fans like to hope and think that you will be an All-Star again, but we've seen stories like this where guys just never make it back. And so you never know. And that's why I feel like you got to take the opportunities that are presented in front of you.
True, but Home Run Derby is very toxic on the body, and not everybody is up for it.
I'm up for it.
Oh,
I'll get a bat and go do it.
Well, yeah, just go for it.
I don't know how as a hitter you can't get up for the Home Run Derby. I'm sorry. Like, it's every kid's dream. And this is the kid's game, and it's you're a freaking all-star, for gosh sakes.
Get up there and do it.
Get up there and do it. You don't know when you're going to get this opportunity again in life. And
fair enough.
That's all I'm trying to say. But here is the lineup of 8. We see this picture. It is Ronald Acuna Jr., top center in the hometown of Atlanta, I want to add. And then we'll go around the clock.
Okay.
It's Cal Raleigh from the Seattle Mariners, the big dumper, 36 home runs before the All-Star break. A new Seattle Mariners record. He passes the kid, Ken Griffey Jr. We got James Wood, everybody, from the Washington Nationals, making his first appearance. He was called up last year. His rookie card is in top Series 1 products this year. And so we get some young blood into the Home Run Derby and a legit home run hitter. He definitely deserves to be in there. I heard about James Wood before he was in the majors. And one of the reasons why is because he has a very, very high on-base percentage. He walks and he hits the ball hard. So he's kind of like
man.
he's a dream
He's a tall, big man.
He's putting up numbers as a 22-year-old right now, 23-year-old that are just, plus 950 OPS on the season. It just makes you wonder what he's going to look like in 5 years, and hopefully he stays healthy. Unlike guys like Yordan Alvarez, who have been injured a lot as big guys in the game. All right, well, moving on, we have Byron Buxton doing it for the Minnesota Twinkies, Nika, and Brent Rooker from the Oakland Athletics. A couple late additions, but definitely worthy this year. I mean, their home run totals back it up. So then we got O'Neal Cruz, who not the best contact hitter in all of Major League Baseball, but man, does he hit some nukes for home runs. And if I have a dark horse in this race, I'm going to choose O'Neal Cruz, I think. But more on that at the end of this segment, I promise. Junior Caminero is representing the Tampa Bay Rays, the young third baseman who idolized Manny Machado growing up. And to round it out this year, it is Jazz Chisholm Jr., who hit a pair of bombs earlier this week with his torpedo bat and makes his way into the All-Star Game Home Run Derby for the first time in his career.
All right.
So congratulations to these 8 for being selected. Still, before we move into this article, I just want to say a little disappointing that the Home Run Derby's become what it's become. As a child of the 90s, I miss the days of Frank Thomas and Ken Griffey Jr. and some of the biggest names in the game competing against each other in this event. And I know that they already do a lot. I know Ohtani pitches and hits, but I mean, as a paying customer, I would definitely be a lot more vested and interested if it was Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani in this group of players, to go along with Cal Raleigh, of course. And Kyle Schwarber, where's Schwarber at? You can't tell me he's not in the high 20s already. And
where's Pete Alonso?
Where's the polar bear? This is his event. This is what he trains for. He's an all-star. So
do you think they wanted just to bring more youthful and new players for national TV, I mean, this
I don't know.
is ESPN,
That's why I sort of held out some hope that Fernando might make it, is because he is looked at as a bigger star in baseball. He was one of the 10 players that was given a Japanimation video done by Major League Baseball as this big overarching promotional tie-in to the entire season. So MLB looks at Fernando as one of their faces of the game, and yet that's why I thought maybe there was an opening here, because when you have guys like Junior Caminero and Jazz Chisholm being added at the last minute, it made me wonder, just would he get the nod because he is one of those faces, and because I think MLB could trust him to put on a pretty decent spectacle during the event.
True. That's all true. So you think there can be...
Plus, I'm biased. I want the man to find his home run stroke again. I really, really do. And I thought maybe this event might do it.
Soto should have been there as well.
Well, he's not an all-star yet.
That's an odd one. But
that's
okay.
hilarious, and it's costing him money. We might do a story on that. Stay tuned. But let's get into this article here, because the Home Run Derby itself is honoring 2 of the greatest home run hitters of all time. And I really didn't know that until I saw this article, so I wanted to share it with all of you. The 2025 All-Star Game festivities to pay tribute to Aaron and Ruth. And if you were born under a rock yesterday, that is Hank Aaron and baby Babe Ruth, George Herman. Let's get into this article, Nika. This was written by Brent McGuire at BMags94. I'm guessing that was the year he was born.
Okay.
The 2025 T-Mobile Home Run Derby and All-Star Game presented by MasterCard in Atlanta will feature a unique twist. I want to say something before we move on. This is the second MLB article we're reading about the All-Star Game, and though this one was not written by AIMLB.com, it's funny to me. There must be some mandate that you have to mention the sponsors for the game in the article about the All-Star Game, right? Because this is the second time we've seen that name drop, MasterCard, in an article, like right off the top. And it's a little nauseating, guys. It's not part of the game.
Oh, I know. But have you been living under a rock?
Yeah, I guess so.
Everything on TV is moving by the advertisements.
I know. And I
It's
maybe I missed the
yes.
90s, everybody, where, we kept those things separate.
That would have been nice.
Even into the intros and outros of the commercial break. This home run derby sponsored by McDonald's. Okay, on with the show. We didn't have these in the middle of a segment. An ad would come up. Maybe YouTube made that acceptable. I don't know yet. We don't have any ads yet, but we're looking. Terrible. No shame, right?
No shame.
All right. It's No Shame Friday here on the Kanika Sports Show. And
I love the segment.
Let's get on with the article. With the Derby taking place on July 14th, that's 7/14, and All-Star Game happening on July 15th, that's 7/15. Those date numbers coincidentally align with a couple of key moments in baseball history and, more specifically, Braves history. In 1935, Babe Ruth hit his record-setting 714th home run with the then Boston Braves. People forget about this. People forget about that last stint with the Boston Braves there for good old Babe Ruth. He, of course, came up as a Boston Red Sox. I guess this was his way of going back home for the end of his career, as so many athletes do, including Hank Aaron, who played the end of his days in the Milwaukee Brewers uniform. But he did not hit home run 715 in a Milwaukee Brewers uniform. That was still an Atlanta Brave uniform. And nearly 40 years later, in 1974, Hank Aaron, wearing that Atlanta Braves uniform, broke Babe Ruth's record with his 715th home run in Atlanta. And of course, I've seen the video hundreds of times, and we're going to see a screenshot at the end of it here because it's fun to look at in historical context and talk about things that would never happen today. That's a good teaser. Stay tuned. Let's get through this article. To pay tribute to Aaron, a Braves legend and one of the best players in baseball history, National Leaguers participating in the Home Run Derby will be wearing the number 44 below their names on the backs of their jerseys. So this is like a Jackie Robinson thing for the Home Run Derby. Everyone gets to wear number 44 in the NL. And while the American League players participating in the Derby will be wearing the number 3 on the backs of their jerseys with their names to honor the feat first set by Ruth. So, look, out of all the ways to sell merchandise, this is actually something I can kind of get behind here. This is a really interesting, clever promotion that somebody that had a baseball thinking cap on came up with. You don't just look at the dates 7/14 and 7/15 on a calendar and think baseball unless you are really a baseball head junkie, So kudos to that marketing person. This is actually an instance of marketing gone right, Nika.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So we tip the cap or the headband when it's appropriate. It's most of the time not appropriate, like putting MasterCard in the opening sentence of your article, Brent McGuire. All right. Well, let's continue on with the article here. It says, the idea to pay tribute to Aaron and Ruth came from former Yankees pitcher CC Sabathia. No kidding. Wow. Not a marketing person. Maybe he should be. Hey, if you're looking for someone to run your marketing executive team, look no further than former Yankees pitcher CC Sabathia. I love this idea, CC. Yeah. I love it. I just saw the date of the Home Run Derby and knew that the game was in Atlanta again and thought it would be special to honor not only Hank, but Babe in that way. Sabathia told ESPN. Wow.
So it's not a marketing person, basically. It's somebody that actually knows the game.
And maybe
we need more of that.
That's promoting products and thinking about who to hire for their next marketing person should think, maybe I don't want to go in the traditional route. Maybe I want to hire somebody that actually loves this stuff, like CC Sabathia does, and that knows what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. So, quote. Let's continue the quote. It says, "Everything in baseball is about numbers. Who can you pass? You need to get to this number to get into the Hall of Fame. 715 is such a huge number, and that actually being the date in the Derby was the inspiration behind the guys wearing the uniforms. We'd be doing ourselves a disservice to not do the storytelling, especially behind Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Atlanta, the history of our game. We have so many opportunities to tell stories. And just with the date and the number, I thought it would be so cool to tell this one. Hire this man in your marketing department. Everybody, look at this guy nails what you need to do to sell a product successfully in 2025. It's just authenticity. Straight up authentic. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. It's just never going to happen.
I know, and it's going to start right now when I read the next sentence because here we go again. Additionally, all players at Gatorade Workout Day. Gatorade Workout Day.
The worst one.
It's worse than the NBA. They got their own damn league, the G League. Look it up. Gatorade Workout Day on July 14th will be issued name and number performance T-shirts that replicate the jersey designs with number 44 and number 3 on their backs with their own last names. So,
Okay.
cool little thing for them, I guess. Couldn't add some buttons, just T-shirts. Jeez. I'm kidding.
Merch for sale.
All right. Well, the story ends here. The 2025 Home Run Derby and All-Star Game in Atlanta will come 51 years after Aaron's memorable night on April 8th, 1974, when he passed Ruth with his 715th home run. Facing the Dodgers at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, Aaron smacked his 715th home run against Al Downing, who also wore the number 44. A little fun baseball history there. And before we move back to this year's Home Run Derby participants and do our predictions for this year's Home Run Derby, I really wanted to draw attention to this picture here at the bottom of the screen, Nika, because what do you see there when Hank Aaron's rounding the bases for this record-breaking 715th home run?
Is that a reporter running next to her?
No, those are just two fans who ran onto the field. And
we
my,
don't
oh
get
my,
that.
how the times have changed. And
That wasn't that long ago.
no. And this would never happen today.
It's a shame.
And it's one of the best moments in baseball history. And it's even more magical because Hank Aaron was literally fearing for his life when he did this. He was getting so much hate mail and saying you could never pass the great white Babe Ruth. And
He was getting hate mail.
he was. And then you have these two white people that jump out onto the field to congratulate him. And they didn't hurt him.
Why
They didn't
would-
cause him any harm. You know, they just wanted to celebrate the moment with him and say, we love baseball. And it's
It
sad.
would never happen.
It's sad that we don't get these moments anymore. So,
It is.
hey, there's no crying in baseball. But, yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. All right. Well, we got to move on to our Home Run Derby predictions, Nika. And once again, let's review the field. It is Ronald Acuna Jr., Cal Raleigh, James Wood, Byron Buxton, Brent Rooker, O'Neill Cruz, Mr. O'Neill, Junior Caminero, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. Got to get one junior in there. There's enough of them in baseball these days. But Nika,
Yes.
if you were to pick right now your winner for the 2025 Home Run Derby,
Can I pick two or just one?
well, how about you pick one primary and one backup?
All right. For my primary, I will go with Cal Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh. It's a hard word to say.
It is.
I mean, a hard name to say, but
And my runner-up will be James Wood.
ooh. All right. Well, I'm going to go in a slightly different direction than you. My primary pick will be O'Neill Cruz. I think the man is just built for the Home Run Derby. 6'7", long arms. If he gets those arms extended, on the ball's just going to go.
I know, but you
And
got
James Wood is also 6'7", so, you know, and they're both left-handed. And he's a bigger man, but I think experience wins out here with O'Neill Cruz. He's taking a lot more batting practice.
Size matters not.
But my dark horse candidate is going to be the hometown kid, Ronald Acuna Jr. And it's just a matter if that crowd gets behind him and he feeds off their energy or not.
I don't think he's got the stamina for it.
Ooh, shots fired by
Well,
Nika over here.
Nothing against Ronald. I just don't think he has it enough coming off injury and stuff, stamina build up through the season.
Well, I'm going to take the clip of you saying that and make sure I tag Acuna, the Braves, and everyone I can in it who might get it in front of Ronald's eyes so he proves you wrong, Nika.
All right. I'm waiting. I'll be here and waiting.
All right. No, he's not even my primary pick. As you know, I took O'Neill Cruz just a second ago. So, yeah, I understand where you're coming from with Ronald, but I just feel like he's the only hometown participant here, and maybe the crowd gives him that energy he needs.
It could.
All right. Well, let us know who you are picking to win the Home Run Derby in the comments below.
You know who is the dark horse? I'm sorry.
Oh, interruption time. We're going to have to redo that ending. Go ahead. The platform
Brent.
is yours, my love.
Brent Rooker.
Oh, Brent Rooker. Why do you say that?
No, because he's in the middle.
Because he's in the middle and because no one thinks of him as a Home Run Derby
Yep.
participant, maybe even though they should?
Maybe.
All right. Well,
Ace deserves a win once in a while.
hey, they've been doing better. They're
I know.
not. They're not the worst team in the American League,
No,
are they?
I don't think so. That's Colorado.
That's the National League, sweetie.
Oh, I'm sorry. White Sox then.
Most likely. All right. Well, let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win this year's Home Run Derby and whether or not you think our picks to click are the right ones. In the meantime, also, let us know what you think about this whole Home Run Derby tribute to Hank Aaron and Babe Ruth. Personally, I got to say, I love it. I think this is the kind of stuff, like I said in the middle of the segment, that I really want to hammer this point home. This is an example of great marketing in a day and age where we have so little of it. This isn't forced. This isn't something that you had to conjure out of thin air. This was sitting right in front of your face, 7:14, 7:15. And it took a baseball mind to connect the dots.
Yep.
And that's the lesson. That's the moral of this story, is that you should always look to somebody who loves the product that you're trying to sell before you film a commercial, before you make an ad, before you put out any messaging.
Good at parting words.